did Sábado Gigante. 20 minutes before I'm set to go on, I find out that the segment that I'm doing is the Chacal segment. And I'm like, oh.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
We're live.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Edgar Rivera, what's up, my brother?
Chilling, brother. Chilling, man. You?
Shit, I'm right here fucking, blessed. I took last week off because we were a little bit, I apologize. I believe it or not, my audience is demanding, bro. Like, they're like, you skipped a fucking week. And I'm like, damn, we were sick. So, sorry, but we're back. With the perrito.
Son.
That's right.
With me for the 40th episode, yo.
Yeah, the big 4-0.
The big 4-0, yo. That was a quick moment of silence. I don't know.
No.
We were both amped and then we both took a shot of water.
Yeah. All right. This is you're Puerto Rican. What? To all my Puerto Rican fans out there, let's go, baby.
I don't know if there's any, but hopefully, if you
we
know
have a
one,
couple.
If you know one, tell others.
Tell them we're coming.
Yeah, tell them.
I want to know where the term Boricua comes from.
Oh wow, bro, Jesus!
Like
this dude, this shit became this.
I just want to know because it's something that I was like. I don't.
Damn, bro, you put me on the spot. Everybody out there will be like, he's not a true Puerto Rican. Boricua is short for Borinquen. Borinquen. So, I
just learned something today.
I can tell this dude whatever I want right now.
And I'm going to say yes.
He's going to be like, yo, dude, you put me in the spot, bro. Like, I don't want to answer that question, bro.
All right, we're going to skip.
But I am a Boricua, though. I know I definitely am a Boricua, and I know it's short for Borinquen, which is what Puerto Rico is considered.
Okay.
All right. And so on and so on. Look it up.
There you have it.
Siri.
You're going to have to fucking Siri this shit up. It's because Latinos, I'm Mexican, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have all these terms, and I don't know what some of these fucking terms are. I have no idea. Like, okay, but I'm like, I wonder what's the origin of that. But you're going to have to Google it, guys.
Yeah.
He was right. It's Borinque. It says here on the word Boricua comes from Borinque. So
and what's Borinque?
I have no idea. He got it.
That's another story, but he was right.
I was right.
He's a real one. He's a real one.
Nah, dude. I am a real, because I was born in Puerto Rico. So I am fucking Puerto Rican to the fullest, and not taking away from no one that hasn't, because that's the big rivalry. Even for Mexicans, you got the Mexicans who are born here, who the Mexicans who are born in Mexico don't consider you Mexican, but the same thing. I don't take away from that, but I was born in Puerto Rico, so I remember growing up Boricua. I mean, I don't know the whole history and shit, but
you were born.
I felt like I just won. I feel like I just won a cash round, bro. What did I win, bro?
And how was it growing up over there?
In Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Dude, bro. When I tell people, man, people won't believe me, man. I was a hillbilly, dude. I'm from the mountains, bro. I'm from what they call El Campo, un Jíbaro, what you guys call like campesinos, right?
Yes.
Like, right? So, yeah, I was in the mountains. Dude, I grew up barefooted, running around in underwears. I remember, man, like that. And then at the age of, I must have been like 9. One day my mom said, we're leaving to New York. Like that. No warning, no heads up. Next week we're leaving to New York. And I was like, damn, you mean to tell me we're going to one of those little things in the air? Because we didn't even know what a plane was, dude. And that's what it was. So Puerto Rico, I remember it. I remember my childhood in Puerto Rico, but it was like, it was like before 9. Uh-huh. So it wasn't, it was just a kid, bro. It was just a kid running around and innocent, not knowing no other language but Spanish. He out that shit, bro.
So when you got to New York, that was a bit, you didn't know English,
bro.
Like, how was that? Like going from Puerto Rico.
So yeah, bro. So going from, dude, I remember, I will never forget, bro. It was back in like 1984.
Damn, that's when I was born, dog.
You were born in 1984, dog?
Yeah,
dog. Fuck you, man. Can we curse?
Yes.
So, yeah, it was like 1984, bro. And back in the days, I remember as a kid, you could smoke in airplanes.
Yeah.
Which now just thinking about it blows my fucking mind, bro.
You're fucking hotbox in the air.
Yeah, like, dude, that's crazy. But I remember when we got to the airport, I felt the cold instantly because, we got there in February. So it was like the heart of the fucking winter.
Shit.
And I remember coming out the plane and I felt how cold it felt. I was like, what the hell is this? And I met my uncle, Tio Nacho. And Tio Nacho started putting sweaters and jackets and all this shit. I was like, what the hell's going on, bro?
Because you went from that weather to this.
I went from walking around barefoot in Puerto Rico to fucking getting bundled up. Like, dude, I could barely bend my arms. I was like, what's going on? And then I remember, I would never forget, bro, when the doors opened up and we walked outside, I was like, holy shit. I remember, I think every Puerto Rican, every Latino has gone to New York or experienced the cold weather for the first time that does this shit. I was like this, I was like, mami, mira, estoy fumando. Estoy fumando. Dude, it was just so drastic, so I could relate to like the families that come here without knowing the language. Like, yeah, I lived we moved to the Bronx. My parents didn't know English. We didn't know English. We learned English before our parents learned English, bro. So I can see now thinking about it, I can see how they were so afraid, to be somewhere new. Luckily, back then in the Bronx, there was a lot of Puerto Ricans. There's a lot of Dominicans, So you didn't really need the English. But yo, dude, it was a whole nother fucking world, bro. To go from the mountains to the concrete jungle of the Bronx,
and then to
see like, I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but to see black people, because I had never really seen where I'm from. There was, it was all, light skin, brown skin, but just to see like white people, black people, Asian people, I was like, as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Who are they?
Dude,
like, they don't look like me.
Dude, insane. I remember when we moved in and we moved into the apartment that we moved into, and it was a Sunday, and my parents took us to the park. And we was playing in the park, and I met a little friend of mine, a little kid in the park, and we were playing in the park. And the next day they signed us up in school. So my brother and I got assigned to ESL. The ESL,
Yeah,
English as a
they
second
still got
language.
ESL here.
So my brother and I got ESL, but my sister was too young and shit. They threw her right into the English shit, bro. They threw her into Head Start in English.
From speaking no English
whatsoever. I don't know how there was no ESL for Head Start with the Head Start. I think she was a Head Start first grade, some shit like that. So they put me in ESL, and I will never forget, bro, that when I walked into the classroom, I saw my little friend Moises. That was the kid that I was playing with the day before at the park, and he was in the same class. And that became like my best friend from that point on. But yo, dude, it was my bestie. But it was just a whole different world, man. A whole different world.
And going from living in Puerto Rico and then seeing these big ass fucking buildings, like that's just it, because New York goes up, right?
Everything is up, bro. You never saw houses. It was all buildings. I remember crossing the Triborough Bridge for the first time, seeing Yankee Stadium for the first time, just like mesmerized. Like, I'm pretty sure you've never been to New York, right?
I've been there twice.
So I'm pretty sure the first time you went to New York, you were like,
yeah, but it's overwhelming for me.
like a motherfucker, bro.
Like I don't know why. I don't like downtown LA like that. I don't like big buildings. I don't know fucking why, but it's like when I went to New York, that shit was overwhelming, bro. Those big ass building on top of building, it's just fucking like damn.
And everybody's on top of each other, bro. Not till I left New York, bro, did I realize why everybody's always so fucking pissed off, bro. Because we are all on top of each other, dude. We live on top of each other. We fucking driving next to each other. You on a train, you like this with people. So now if I'm having a bad day and you look at me wrong, now my bad, I'm gonna take it out on you. And then, that's why I never.
That's why you see all those fucking fights in like the fucking subway?
Man, the subway, yeah, bro.
I went on there. My wife was like, nah, we're going to experience it. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I'm down. Like, I'm going to have to fucking fight somebody right now, dog. And it's cold.
Fucked up, bro. I'm going to have to fight somebody, dog.
Like, we're going to have to I'm wearing a Dodger fucking, a Dodger everything. Everywhere I go, you know how fools from Huntington Park are? Go ask Jerry. Like, all the fools from HP, we always weigh some Laker shit. What a coincidence. Or some Dodger shit. So I was like, I don't know. But we went. And it was super cool. So
I mean, it's cool. I don't do it now. I don't. Dude, I've been out here now 7 years, bro, that I've been in LA. And if you ask me, I won't go back. I'll go back because my family's there. My son, my grand, everything. I have a lot of family in New York. But as far as living back in New York,
okay. So living in New York, then comparing it to living in LA, I want to know the difference. They want to know the difference.
LA to me is so much more mellow, bro. Just to drive around and see this empty sidewalks means a lot to me. And I live in that shit just
something as simple as that.
Something as simple as the sidewalks being empty and not being like people walking all over the fucking place. The mountains, bro. The mountains. Like, even coming over here now to the studio, I saw that the mountains had snow on top. I was like, yeah, that shit is amazing. Like, it's still like I tell people, man, look how nice that look. Like, people who live here, they look at me like, it's just a fucking mountain. I was like,
regular.
You don't understand, bro. You don't understand how beautiful, like, just the mountains. I feel like everybody's much more mellow. The fact that in LA, you have to drive. You have to drive. It's not like, that's one big difference about being in New York. In New York, you don't need a car. There's a train that could take you anywhere. There's a bus that could take you anywhere. There's cabs and, everywhere. Or you could walk. Even in your own neighborhood, you could walk to places depending on where you live. So you don't need a car. Out here, you have to drive.
It's a necessity. A huevo. Everything.
A huevo. That's what I found out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be Mexican, people. A huevo. That's a new one, yeah. Because I was saying cojones and concrete. It's like, nobody says cojones. And I said, they didn't tell me shit for 4 shows. I said, cojones. And they were like, yo, nobody says cojones. It's a huevos.
A huevo, God.
Yeah. But yeah, LA to me, bro, even though it bugs me out at times, because I could be, I guess it's the New York mentality, right? So I could go to a neighborhood out here. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at right now, bro. Honestly.
Down.
But when I was driving here, I saw a lot of little houses. I was like, this could be a little ghetto over here. I don't know if this is the ghetto, but it looks like it. But I could be in a neighborhood in LA, dude, that I could be like, oh, this is a nice neighborhood, and I could be in the worst fucking neighborhood in the world, and I wouldn't know. Because in New York, if you have a yard, dude, you're doing good, bro. You're doing good. If you have a backyard and a front yard, bro, oh, you're making it. If you have a house, you've made it. You've left the city. So that's
we got it good over here.
Yo, for real. And this weather, bro.
Well, we got the best weather.
Best, bro. Best weather,
and
man.
Just a little fun fact about Downey.
He's defending.
Fun fact. It's the Mexican Beverly Hills. According to whatever fucking magazine, whoever fucking said it. I don't know. But it's like, LA is fucking crazy, right? Like, there's certain blocks, like you cross, it's just a little bit too much.
I see it.
Like, you could go from one street to another and it changes. And it's fucking beautiful. Mm-hmm. So this is like the final destination for a lot of Mexicanos. This is where we want to be at.
This is Downey?
So you go that way, you ain't going to see no little houses. There's mansions on that side of Lakewood. It's just crazy. Like, But
there's a lot of Cubans here too, right?
Yes, and that's what Downey's known for, a heavy Cuban population. That's why you have the portals right there and Tropicana.
Tropicana. Where's Tropicana at?
Right here, literally, like right here on Paramount.
So
you want to go out there?
We should. That shit is bomb.
I haven't had it, but today is a cheap day.
You haven't gone there at all?
No, I haven't gone in a while.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
that's another thing for me out here that, like, and I bug out because I'm so clueless to things, right? So I remember I've never moved as much as I moved out here. I've been out here for 7 years, dude. I've had like 8 different addresses in the 7 years. Like, I started out in North Hollywood.
Okay,
from North Hollywood, I went to Canoga Park. And from Canoga Park, I went to Woodland Hills. I had 2 different places in Woodland Hills. From Woodland Hills, I went to Van Nuys. Damn. From Van Nuys, I went to Sherman Oaks. I'm in Sherman Oaks now. But when I lived in Van Nuys, I was like, yo, this is nice. And I didn't know, bro. I was in the fucking hood, bro.
The Valley is different.
I never lived anywhere else. There's always been a Valley.
Okay, you haven't been on this side of town.
No, I mean, I've been, but not to live.
Like, this shit is like, it's different over here.
In what way?
Like, well,
remember,
it's
fool,
not
you're
as
trying to sell houses, fool.
It's not as hot. It's not as hot. But I think right here, like in Huntington Park, you find a lot of like first generation, like Mexican.
Oh.
It's like fucking like little Mexico right there, bro.
Really?
Yeah. And then it's not as hot. But like, what do you think would be like one of the biggest differences from the Valley in here?
The weather.
From the Valley?
Yeah, the weather's one of them.
Definitely over here, like especially in the cities that he's talking about, you're not gonna see as many like Caucasian people.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna see. Yeah.
It's like heavily.
Yeah. Maybe
by that he meant white people.
It's like 99.9.999 Latino. Well, it's like 95% Mexican. Because now you're starting to see people from Honduras, from Guatemala, Salvadorians. So
in our high school, I remember the year I graduated, we literally had 2 white kids. And then, like, my boy Terrence was, like, the only black guy in the high school.
Yeah.
Everybody else was Mexican.
Because over there in the Valley, there's a mixture.
Yeah, man.
There's no mixture here. Like, in Downey, it's like you're going to find fucking 99.9 Latino. And then Southgate is another one. 99 all Latino. Huntington Park, all Latino. Bell, like, it's like a big fucking pot of fucking Latinos with bomb-ass food.
Bomb ass food, bro. That's interesting, man. That's what I find. I never lived, and I was in a move to Hollywood one time because my boys like, yo, what the fuck you doing on that side of town? Come to this side, Hollywood. And I went. I saw a couple of places, and it reminded me of New York, bro. I was like, buildings, homeless people. I'm like, hell no, bro. In my block where I live at now, not to sound bougie, but there was one homeless person. They call her the Whole Foods lady because she's at Whole Foods. There's no other, man. They haven't made it yet. I'm like,
and she was kind.
And she was kind. And she's missing now. I don't know if they threw her out. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen a Whole Foods lady in a couple of months. I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a whole different world, bro. And like, like when it comes to like the gangs and all that bullshit. Like, I didn't know how serious that shit was. I remember one thing they told me when I first moved out here. They're like, don't wear red. Don't wear red. Don't wear red, bro. I went to Florida, bro, a couple of months ago. Somebody gave me a hot fucking hoodie. That shit is red and it says East Side. And I was like, I could never, ever wear this shit, bro, out here. And I didn't know how serious it was because since you have to drive everywhere, I don't know. I'm always in my car, bro. I'm always driving.
But you know when it gets super serious?
When
you have to pump gas and you're wearing that shit and you can't pull over in certain neighborhoods. Like if I'm wearing my certain shit, I'm like, how much gas I got? Okay, I'm good.
Like that?
Like that.
That's why I tell people I always pump gas in the same gas station. Me too. White Oak and Burbank. You catch me there every other day. I always and I never leave, bro. If I'm gonna go far, I'll make sure I go, man. I didn't know how serious that shit was.
And I think that's why when people come here, like you need to be aware of like what side of town you're going.
And that's for me.
And that's just kind of like, like, damn. Like we know. If you're from LA, like like like.
And I know they see me, and sometimes I shave my hair, bro, and I'm wearing black,
like a cholo,
blue, looking like a cholo. And then that's when the Puerto Rican comes out. No, papi, no, chacho, tú estás loco. Yo soy boricua, no, yo no soy de aquí. A ver, yo no soy de aquí, que tú hablas. One time, yo, I went to like a store, one of those sneaker stores, and this is when I realized how serious this shit was, bro. I'm clueless, bro. I'm in my own zone, and I did see there was like one cholo over here, and then I saw like 2 over there, but I didn't even think of it. I'm just shopping, and I'm going to pay, And the lady that was taking care of me looked nervous as shit, bro. She looked really nervous. Like I could sense that in people. So she was like looking at me and looking over there, looking at me, looking over there. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong? And I looked back and I saw that the two were approaching the one. And they went up to him and I looked at the lady and the lady kept on looking. I looked back and they talked for like a minute and then they fist pumped. And once they fist pumped, the lady went like this. Ay, yo creía que se iban a matar. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, for real? I'm never coming to the store again. Like, and then that's when I realized that I was like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yo, and as a comedian, I mess with them. I think cholos are the best people to make laugh, bro. When you get the right one. Sometimes you get some that are like,
especially when they're fucked up. You're like, I gotta leave that cholo alone.
I mess with them. They're good sports. But then lately I've been like, yo, I need to stop messing with these fuckers, man. I need to really stop messing with them.
Especially if they have the fucking tequila in their fucking booth and not fucking getting all fucked up.
They get all aggressive. Drink that shit. I'm like, oh shit.
All of a sudden, they're cool. And then they start taking a few shots and se nos sale lo. What the fuck you say, dog? And they stop with the
fuck you say, dog? What happened, dog? That's what I learned. That's what I learned from concrete. All my choloness I get from concrete. I be like, what, dog?
Fucking concrete, yo. So, there's not a lot of Mexicans in New York.
Fuck yeah, there's a lot of Mexicans
really?
in New York. Yes, bro.
Like Mexican.
But I tell people this, man. The Mexican in New York is completely different from the Mexican here.
How so?
I think the Mexican in New York is what you guys call more of a campesino.
The
paisa.
Okay.
Paisa. So they're there, they fucking work. They work. They 10, 12 people in one apartment living, and then they just work, bro. They work. They don't mess with nobody. I've said this as a joke for years, bro, and I keep saying it, bro. In about 50 years, I think you guys will run the world. Mexicans will run the world, because if you go to New York, any restaurant you go to in New York, you go to like the top Italian restaurant, but most expensive one, and 100% of the time, there's a Mexican guy cooking the food in the back.
I went to a couple years ago. I went to Lombardi's.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was filming this event. They closed down the restaurant for like 2 hours, so like we literally had all access to the kitchen and everything. And I went over to the kitchen, and like just to film the food being made. All Mexicans, bro.
Oh,
that's why every time I go to any fancy restaurant, I'm always wearing something that, like when I went to Mastro's in Malibu, even though it's here, everybody's Mexican. So I always be like wearing some shit like this, and because it's a soccer team in Mexico, so they're like,
so they know, and
I'm like,
so I think that's the difference. Where I'm like in New York, bro, every restaurant, bro. I saw a few years ago, I went back and I saw the Ultimate, because the only place that I had not seen it was Chinese restaurants, because Chinos keep that shit tight, bro. You could not. And yo, a few years ago, by this word, I went to the Bronx, Castle Hill, and fucking and Westchester. There's a little Chinese restaurant there, and I saw a Mexican dude in the kitchen cutting the vegetables.
No way.
And I was like, they are infiltrating this shit. So I feel like the Mexican in New York and my paisa, they don't mess with nobody. They don't know the language. Now it's going to change even more, because the ones that have been there for years that have kids, that kids go to their schools, the kids learn English before they do. So now you'll get, now I'm pretty sure it's multiplying, because you know you guys have a lot of kids.
We have like fucking 20 kids and shit.
A year. So now it's multiplying, but you know, it's completely different. As opposed to like you, right? So you're Mexican, but you were born here, right?
I'm Mexican American, yeah.
Yes,
I was born here. Killer King. If you're from LA, you know Killer King.
All right. You see, every time I hear some inappropriate shit like that, I get scared, man. I don't know what to do. I said,
okay. Well, let me give you some history then. Martin Luther King Hospital. If you would go there, you're probably gonna die.
Really? We have one of those in the Bronx.
It's like where the ghetto people, like the low income people, would, you know, like, and this shit got the name Killer King. Like, you fucking die. Like, and I was born there.
You made it though. You made it, bro.
I made it. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
He said Killer King. I'm like, yo.
That's why I had to, you know, like break it down. Like, if you were born in fucking Martin Luther King Hospital, damn, man, you here and you're thriving, you blessed. And I see it every day. I'm blessed. Killer King baby, damn, you know.
So going back to the New York thing, right? So I remember, like when I was in years ago, I used to do security before, like right before I started comedy. I used to be a bouncer.
Oh,
so
no
I used
way.
to bounce at clubs and do security shit. And I had this guy that booked me for private events. And one day he called me up. He said, "Yo, we doing this." It was a baby shower, bro, a Mexican baby shower. And they had 8 bouncers, and I'm like in my mind, I'm like, dude, this is
and that's over there
in New York, right? Because they're humble, they don't mess with nobody. But when you guys drink, bro, they go at it, bro. They fight with anyone, bro. So I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, do they really need 8 bouncers, bro, for a family? Don't everybody know this baby? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here, bro? And that shit got so crowded. It was like over like 200 people, all Mexicans. Needless to say, I was the tallest one. I was fucked up.
Hey, I did.
I was like this.
As soon as you walked in, I'm like, the homie's pretty tall.
I was like this. Yo, dude, can you believe we broke up 8 different fights, bro?
I believe
8
you.
fights, bro. We had to throw out 4 people. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I just think that everybody, like, you know, like Mexicans, they hold it all in because they're so busy and trying to provide. And then the moment they go to a party and start drinking, they let that shit out.
It's that machismo.
Hey, acuérdate, cabrón, que me insultaste hace 7 años.
Yeah.
Like, homie, it happened 7 years ago, dog.
There you go.
And they
That's what
start
happened.
fucking fighting. That's just crazy.
So that's what blew my mind when I moved out here, because it was a whole different element. So, you know, seeing the West Coast. I remember the East Coast, West Coast battle and all that bullshit, and seeing the gangs and seeing all that shit on TV, because in New York, that's all you see it at. And then coming out here, like seeing it, I was like, oh, okay, this shit's
different, huh?
This shit's different. This shit's different because out here, like in New York, you know when you're in the hood.
Really?
You could walk into a block and you can, okay, this is not looking good. You know?
Because it's like the projects, right?
Yeah, you could tell when you're in the projects, or when you even like you could know, you're in the hood, bro. Out here, you don't know. Out here, you could be like I said, bro, I'm in Downey. I don't know. I'm taking your word that I'm in a good neighborhood right now. But
It's good. I mean, there's still, I mean, every neighborhood has its, you know, little pockets, but like for the most part, it's safe. So you're good. You're good.
I'm good, yo. I'm good. So yeah, man. So that's the difference, basically.
So you left New York to come here to continue your career.
Continue, bro. So I started doing comedy July 2nd, 1994. It's my first time on stage. It'll be 20 years now. This July will be 20 years that I grabbed the microphone like this, bro. I think my sister still has the VHS. It was a VHS, bro. They recorded shit in the VHS, and you can still see my hand like that shaking, bro, from the nerves that I had.
And that was over there
in New York. I started in New York. So then I did New York, and everybody says New York is the Mecca of comedy. I'm not gonna take that away. You know, New York is. Okay. I tell every comic out here, if you start out here, go to New York, bro. Work that circuit in New York. You know, New York is, for comedy, is everything. People ask me all the time, what the fuck you doing out here? And I'm like, yo, I just want to run away from that cold weather, really, you know? But like, I did the comedy scene in New York. I started out there. I went right into the urban market, urban scene.
Okay.
So, you know, in New York, out here they have it as well, where you have the comedy clubs, the comedy club scene, and then there's the urban scene. Now, the urban scene is where you make the money. Really? Urban rooms play.
Shit, I'm learning all this.
When you do a little bar here, there, a little spa, private event, those are the ones. You know, you can make, as a comic in New York, you could live. You could live.
Really?
And you don't even have to leave New York. You just go right between the 5 boroughs, back and forth. Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, New York, Bronx. You bounce back and forth, and you can make a living in comedy. Because that's how many shows they are. So I started with I went right into the urban scene, bro. So the urban scene is what made me who I am today. And then after a while, I would come out here. I started coming out here like about 10 years ago. I started coming. I came out here. I did a taping for Univision in Spanish.
¿En español?
En español, yeah.
Oh,
Porque
shit,
yo hago
Univision?
comedia en español. En mexicano, yo hago comedia en español. I don't even know, bro. I used to try to sound like professional, because Boricuas fucked the Spanish up, bro. We fucked that shit up, yo. My father-in-law is Colombian. My girl's Colombian, right? So I went one day, I said, usted guía mucho. And he looked at me like, what? I said, usted no guía mucho. And he said, guía. And I was like, yeah, usted no guía. And I had to go like this. And guía for us is manejar. You know, you drive, but he had no idea. And then that's when I hit me. I said, yo, we are messing this shit up. So in the beginning, I used to try to change my accent to try to pronunciate better and change certain words. And now I don't care. Now I'll let you know I'm straight Puerto Rican from the gap, bro.
That's what's up. But we fucked up the Spanish language too.
Yeah,
we say a lot of shit that makes no sense. Like fucking troca.
Troca.
So, the fuck is a troca? It's not even... Like,
sofa.
Yeah.
El ceiling.
Yeah, and then we say... And we created our own language. Spanglish.
Yeah. Furnitura.
What the fuck is that?
Furniture, bro. Furnitura.
That shit sounds inappropriate, dog.
That shit sounds crazy, right?
Say parquear.
Parquear.
Estacionar.
Sí, parquear. We say. So when I started coming out here, I did a taping in Spanish for Univision, and then I would come. I started like I did Chocolate Sundays, which is at the Laugh Factory on Sunday.
Okay.
So the first time I came out, they hooked it up, and I went there and I met Pookie, which is Kevin Hart's manager.
Oh,
and
shit,
he's the one that runs that whole Chocolate Sundays. And they gave me a guest spot, and I went up to him, bro, and he was like, he pulled me to the side, little dude, Pookie real little. Okay. He was like, let me tell you something. He goes, I don't do this shit for no one. I was like, oh shit. He goes, but I got a couple of phone calls for you, and don't let me down. And I went on stage, bro. I went on stage. I did 7 minutes. And I had fun, dude. I killed it. And then I got off, and he told me, stick around for the second show. And that's how I got into Chocolate Sundays. That's how, to this day, I'm doing it, because it's so hard to get into it now. You know, the comics that are trying to get into it now, they make you go through a whole obstacle of things. But so I told myself, I'm like, I need to come out here a lot. So I was coming out like 2 to 3 times a year. Okay. And then it got to the point that I was like, I'm sitting on a sitcom. I say I'm sitting on it because I'm still sitting on it to bringing my shit up that I could do it the way I'll do it. Okay. And it's based on my life, and it's called Super Son. So my father was a superintendent in the Bronx. That's really? Like a property manager.
Okay.
And they call them supers, you know? So I was the son of a super. So I have a whole sitcom.
Shit, okay.
And I used to do a whole bit on it. And my boy, Slick Naeem, director, rapper, badass motherfucker out here, he started pitching it, bro. He called me up one day. He was like, yo, bro, I'm in his meetings and I'm pitching Super Son, and these people are biting, bro. You don't have to get on a plane. Never pitch, never nothing, bro. And I came out here, bro, and I got really, really far, bro. I thought I had it, bro. But you know what? Part of me, and I don't regret it. If I didn't give a fuck about the story, it probably would have been on TV right now. That's how close I was. That's how I thought I had it.
No fucking way.
But it was my personal story. They wanted to whitewash my show. Oh. They wanted to make my mom a college grad. That's not my story, dude. My mom wasn't a college grad. My mom didn't speak English, you know?
When you pitch something, then they have the, like, okay, we're going to switch this and do this. Oh, hell no. I don't think I would be down.
So there's a lot of writers out there who write ideas, and then they pitch it. And then if you like it, okay, buy that shit from me. Now you can do whatever you want with it. That's why I tell people that, you know, people who actually write the whole, like, they'll write a whole season. Be like, I wrote 3 episodes already. Dude, you just wasting your time. Because unless you're gonna produce that shit yourself, whoever you sit down in Hollywood, they're gonna change all that shit around. They're gonna have somebody else come rewrite everything all over again. Damn. So I got really, really far, and then they set me up with a showrunner, and I was just. It kept on and on and on and on and on and on, and I say, okay, fuck it, I'm done. Then so it's based on a little boy. It's based on my life at 12-year-old Edgar, right? So then they were like, let's make him an adult. Let's make him a 21-year-old. I'm like, dog. So then I was like, all right, you know what? So then we narrated the story around, and I said, okay, this could probably work. So we did it as an adult. The next year, we pitched it for pilot season, which is now. We started pitching it again, and you're the same thing. And I said, you know what? But carajo, I'm done. So I sat on it. Now when my special comes out and my numbers go up and people see me, then I'm gonna be able to do it the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
The right way.
The
Edgar way, the real.
The Edgar way, or and no offense, but it's like everything out here when it comes to Hollywood, Latinos are only Mexicans.
Yeah.
And that's not nothing against Mexican. I love my grandkids are half Mexican.
No, but you're saying the truth.
No, but it's Mexican. So they wanted to make my mom Mexican, and I'm like, oh, look, why does she have to be Mexican? Why don't you make her Dominican? Why don't you make her fucking Colombian? Why don't you make her Cuban? There's so many.
Or just leave her Puerto Rican.
Oh, like, yeah. Or just leave her, leave her
shit.
Puerto Rican. So it was just like too much, bro. And I was like, you know what? And you know, it's gonna come out.
And I feel you, because if I had a story of my life and they were like, hey, we're going to make your mom something other than Mexican, I'd be like, but why?
Man. So
what the fuck?
So it started. The whole thing started with that. So I came out. We did that, and then they were like, "Okay, let's." So I decided to move out in January. That's when I moved. I drove cross country by myself, bro.
From New York?
From New York here
to
by
LA?
Myself. Yeah.
You're a fucking gangster,
in
dog.
my Honda Accord, dude.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
the best car. That's the best car, dog.
So I came out here, and we started, and I fell in love with LA, bro.
Yeah.
So people are like, "What are you doing out here?" I said, "Yo, dude, I think I still believe that." They kept on saying that LA is, if you want to make it, you got to go to LA. You know, this is the land of opportunity. You know, the right person could see you one night and change your whole life.
Yeah.
And when I moved out here, I was doing cruises. So I was in the cruise. I was being the comedian on boats. So I was on, dude.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I did that for like 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, cruise comedian, bro. So I was always out at sea. So when I moved out here, I said, okay, you know what? I got it made. So I'm gonna move to LA. I got income because I'm gonna, I'm doing my cruises.
Okay.
So and then when I'm not doing cruises, then I could fucking work this LA market out. Cause I'm different, I'm different than everything that you see out here. The action, the energy. So I was like, I gotta definitely work it. So what happened, bro? That I came out, bro, and dude, after 3 months they fired me, bro. They fired me. I had the whole plan. I wasn't having fun, bro. On my very first cruise, bro, I had a guy complain. They complained about me, bro. They filed a huge ass complaint. It's old.
For what?
Because there was a old gay man in the front. I'm sorry I said gay, but he was. and he was sitting in front. He was heckling me, bro. And I remember my boy Jason Andrews is like, "Yo, Edgar, don't go in on these people. You can't do that. You can't act like you act in the street, and you can't. They'll complain about anything." So I remember not telling him nothing, and all I did was I asked him in Spanish. It was a Spanish show. I was the first comedian they hired to do Spanish comedy on the boats, right? So it's the first Spanish show, and I said, "¿Cómo tú te llamas?" And he said, "Moncho." And I was like, Moncho. That's all I did, bro. I think it was my face, but everybody started laughing, and Moncho shut the fuck up, bro. And you hear Moncho again.
And you fucked up Moncho's night, huh?
And then I took a picture with Moncho.
That's how you sound.
I took a picture with Moncho, bro. After the show, people were like, "Hey, go!" And in my mind, I'm like, "I'm gonna kill this shit, bro." And I remember I got off the boat. And I flew out here, bro. I came out here. I was in North Hollywood when my agent calls. And I thought he was going to call me to be like, "Yo, they loved it," or give me good feedback. I pick up the phone. He goes, "Hey, what's up, Gary?" He goes, "What the fuck did you do?" And I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "What the fuck? They filed a huge fucking complaint against you." And I'm like, and the first person I thought about was Moncho.
Fucking
And I'm like,
Moncho.
"Yo," he goes, "Somebody they're going to call you." He goes, "Whatever they tell you, just say yes, 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 yes." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And boom, sure enough, the guy called me. And he was like, "Listen, I just want you to know that we have a strong policy against sexuality and doing all this bullshit." And I told him, I was like, "Listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know exactly who you're talking about, and I want you to know that I did not say nothing to that man. He was heckling me for 20 minutes. You guys have no one in that club telling him to shut up." He goes, "Edgar, you need to understand that you got off the boat and the cruise kept going. And for the remainder of the cruise, they kept referring to him as the gay guy." And I covered the phone and I started laughing. Because I'm like, how are you going to get mad, dude? It's like,
if you're going to talk shit and then they you say something, like, take it. Or else don't say shit.
So then what happened was that I hated it. I was not having fun. For the first time in my life, I was on stage like I was on a leash. Like I couldn't, like I was afraid to say something that someone was going to complain. and I was not having fun, and you could tell.
Not cool.
I hated the cruises, I hated the gigs, I hated everything about it. And so when they let me go, as shocking as it wasn't a surprise. But now I'm in LA, bro. Now I'm here, and I got no source of income. You know, I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do, bro? So I decided to go back. I said, fuck it, I'm going back to New York.
Oh,
and I drove back to New York
in the fucking Honda Accord.
The Honda Accord.
Damn,
I drove
dog.
back to New York, bro. And then 3 months later, I came back again. I came back again. I had a girl out here at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what? Let me go back. And then they gave me a second chance. They called me up. My agent goes, oh, they're going to give you a second chance. And I was like, I don't want to do this shit. But I said, it was good money. So I went, and I remember that first cruise, I worked with a comedian out of Brooklyn, bro. Name is Maceo, black dude named Maceo. Funny dude. Okay. And that first night of the cruise, he had the first show. So I'm a fan of comedy. You know, like if I appreciate your comedy, I'll go check you out. I support. I'll sit in the back. I don't say nothing. You know, if I think you said something, I'll help you out if you want to take it or not.
That's what's up, man.
So I remember sitting in the back of his show, and like 15 minutes into his set, this dude called a lady in the front a bitch. He said, look at this bitch right here. And I was like, what the? Like, that shit blew my fucking mind, bro. I was like, how does he do that? He called her a bitch like 8 times, bro. And the lady was laughing. Everybody was laughing. And I'm like, fucking blown, bro. So the next day, we were in St. Martin, little island in the Caribbean. And we got off the boat and went to the beach. And I said, yo, Macy, let me ask you something, bro. Yo, how you get away with calling that lady a bitch and not getting in trouble, bro? And he told me the best advice I've ever heard as a comedian. And I tell everyone the same thing. He goes, Edgar, you got to get these people to like you. And once they like you, you could say whatever the fuck you want. Oh, and that was the trick. Yo, I went back, yo, and I killed it, though. I killed it. And I started... There was 196 comics in the roster. The 196 comics. I started out at 196. By the time I left, I was 72. Ranked 72.
Damn.
I worked my ass off that. Like, they hated me. All the old school. Because, you know, comedians have this thing that cruises is where comedians go to die. That's what they say, bro. Cruises is where comedians go to die. When I was coming up in comedy, that's what I kept on hearing. And now you got all these young comics. Yo, Edgar, yo, can you put in a word for me? I said, yeah, now you're realizing that's where they pay. You know, so it's great. I don't regret it, dude. It was a great experience. It made me who I am today, bro. As you could tell, bro. Damn. You go see me, and anyone, you go see me today, and then you go see me tomorrow, and you never know what's gonna happen, bro.
It's just hilarious. I'll tell you that.
It's never the same set, bro.
I seen you a couple times, bro. And
thank you, bro.
You roasted
at that beer thug place, right?
Remember when you roasted the dad? You were like, "Hey, man, how old are you?" He's like, "I'm 12." What the fuck? Like, oh, that shit was funny, bro.
With the little boy, right?
Yeah.
Who does that? Only in Bell. Only in the city of Bell where they allow
that
kids.
Shit was hilarious. Like, seriously, what a role model.
What a role model.
Oh, man. That shit had me rolling, man.
Yeah,
that shit was funny. So you transitioned from the cruises to just doing full stand-up? Just in regular, at the...
I left when I left New York 7 years ago. I left my job. I had a good job still, you know. I still had to work, so I left my job to pursue it completely. And to this day, I still haven't had to, like, thank God, get a job back. But
hold up, you had a full-time job while doing all this?
No, this is before I started the cruise.
Okay, I was like, damn, that's the ultimate hustler.
No, I wish,
God,
bro.
That's true hustle right there. Shit.
That is.
All right.
No. It was. There was no way to do it, bro. There was no way to do it because no job is going to put up with me being gone 2 weeks out of the month. You know, who puts up with that bullshit? So yeah, man. So when I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And luckily enough, I mean, we had the pandemic and had a whole bunch of shit happen. But yeah, the hustle is just comedy, bro. Comedy. You know, wherever I fucking, you pay me, I'm there, dude. Shit. You pay me, I'm there. I just did a show. That's when you said Tropicana. I did a show when I'm on the corner from the Tropicana. It's probably in the same neighborhood, somebody's backyard, like 2 weeks ago for a birthday party. Yeah, bro. It was horrible. You see, for comedians that always talk shit, everybody, oh, it was cute. That was fucking. But yo, it's just an example, bro. That's the hustle for me, bro. You pay me, I'm there, bro.
Damn, that's a true hustle right there.
Definitely.
How you've been in this game for 20 years.
Yes.
How has this social media stuff changed this game?
Tremendously, bro. It's crazy, man, because I see how much social media. So everything is social media now.
It's crazy, huh?
There's no such thing as radio. Remember back in the days you had radio ads.
That's how we grew up.
Yeah, radio.
Yeah, I grew up in the 90s,
TV
yes.
and radio, promoters and all that bullshit. They took social media has taken all that shit out. There's no promoters. Damn. There's no radio. It's a very, very powerful tool, bro. You know, and it's changed it because I remember, for me, the goal as a comic was to eventually get an agent. You know, for comedians in the range that I've been doing it was get an agent, come out here, do the Tonight Show, you know, do any of those shows because that's how you've made it, you know. And now it's just a following, dude, a click away, bro. So there's a lot that are doing it. And some of them, I'll be like, it get me mad. If I'm honest, there's a lot of them like, what? Just because you got a following, you know, because it took me years to call myself a comedian. And I had mentors and I had comics that I looked up to, bro, that will fucking taste the shit out of me and be like, no, you don't do this, you do that, you do this. So it took me years to say, I am a comedian. It took me years to consider myself a headliner because I am a headliner. I know I'm a headliner. I could do no fucking problem. I'm a headliner. I know I am. But it took me years for that to happen. And now you got somebody with a social media following and they do one show and now they're comedian. That's the title. Like it's easily like, dude, like you go DJ one party at a house and now you're a DJ. I DJ my mother's birthday. I'm a DJ. Now I'm a first year DJ. So there's a lot of them that don't know what the fuck they doing. But then there's some like Concrete, you know, which is a perfect example. You know, Concrete is paying it. And that's why I fucks with Concrete. That's why I'm with Concrete because he knows, he respects it. It's not all about the game. He respects the hustle. He wants to fucking hustle. He's doing it the right way. But at the same time, it's opening my eyes to the point where, like, damn, you know what? I need to start doing these skits. I need to start doing this content. I need to get this shit up because if I had these numbers, then people could come to see me. But then you see some of them, I'm telling you, bro, I've called a couple, bro, that people have asked me, yo, can you get me so-and-so? And I call them and they be like, yo, yeah, I won $7,000. And I'm like,
what?
And they don't got 5 minutes. All they do is go up there.
Because they have a following, though. So yeah, but the following doesn't make you funny.
The following doesn't make you funny, but so it's got a gifts and a curse at the same time. Okay, if like I tell all the old comics, I get mad because not the ones before me. Oh, they hate these new Instagram sensations. Yeah. They hate them. They're like, oh, you know, they didn't have to pay dues. They didn't have to do this. And I'm telling them, I say, yo, but what if we do what the fuck they doing? What if we go out there? What if we start doing this content and getting everything done? Because what separates us from them is that when people come see us, bro, we're going to make them laugh. We're going to give them a show.
I know who's a real, you know, I love comedy since I was a kid. I know who's like a for real comic.
Yeah, bro.
I know. Like,
so I tell people, like, I'm like, yo, so it's to the point that I'm like, yo, I see the power of it. And that's why, like I said, Concrete is killing it. I mean, killing it, dude. We just came back from the East Coast. You know, like his fans are, to me, because I host for him. I love hosting, which is another thing. I get a taste too. He's like, hey, you a headliner? Well, now you hosting? Dude, I don't give a shit.
I seen you host at the Bellflower. Oh, you hosted his show.
You were there, right? For the yo, dude. So
that's where I met you the first time.
I love hosting.
And I bought you those tacos.
Oh, you did? Fucker.
Perro. Got you,
bro.
I gotta make sure that all the comics were fed.
Yo, bro. This guy wants credit where credit is due. He's like, not to brag, but I bought you the tacos.
But, you know, I got him some tacos. Some birria tacos.
Yeah, they were good. I remember that. So I love hosting, bro. You know, and when I started, when I met Con, I was like, dude, He's doing it. He's doing it. I appreciate him, not only because of what he's doing, but he pushes me. Yo, do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta do this. And then one thing I get with his fans is, and the power that I see with his following, that after shows, people come up to me, bro, and they be like, yo, it's my first comedy show. Someone like your age, and I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, you've never been to a fucking comedy show? Yeah, and then it brought me back. It brought me back to my childhood, my parents coming to this country, not knowing the language. So, you know, when people talk to me about certain shows from the 70s and the 80s, I'm not going to know about them. Oh, you used to see this shit? And I don't know, because when I grew up, there was one TV in my household, and my parents controlled it. Yeah. We got to see cartoons, but after that, What the Mercado came on with his fucking horoscope, and you lost, and then the news, and then la novela, and then this shit, and you lost the TV. Dang. So, like to this day, yo, my father is still like, consigue un trabajito, bro. You know, you're not gonna give up on this dream. Like, they didn't see comedy. My parents did not see comedy at all, bro. And I can't blame them. Now, as an adult, I look at them and I be like, coño, no, I understand why, you know. And you know, as a kid, you don't see the struggles that our parents go through to put food on the table and support us. So I can understand Latino families out there that don't support the arts because they just want their kids to be blue-collar workers, get a job with benefits, you know, 401k, retirement. You got to think about the future. So if your kid comes up to you as a Latino, your kid comes up to you, be like, I want to be a singer. Que singer, and all that bullshit. You shun that kid's dreams, you know. You could make a living off that shit. So I could see how, but it blows my mind to see how many people come up after me and be like, yo, it's my first comedy show. So that's what I appreciate about him, because he's opening up new doors. He's opening up new fans, new people that are not only going to come see him, but next time they're bored, they'll be like, yo, let's go see a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. Yo, comedy to me, it's everything.
Comedy heals the soul, man.
Yo, especially when you fuck with them. I'm an asshole. I just want everybody to know that I'm an asshole. I am really bad on stage. I love to improvise. I love to be in the moment.
But it's funny. And you're good.
Yo, dude, I tell people.
Your crowd work is fucking bomb,
so it's funny you should say crowd work, because you get a lot of heat from comics. And I hear the vets be like, oh, yeah, get it right, a joke. And I'm be like, you know what, there's two different crowd work. The crowd work that I do, not to brag, dude, I do good crowd work.
No, I'm telling you, like, it's good, bro.
I do crowd work to the point that if I ask you a question, bro, whatever it is that I ask you, whatever you tell me, bro, I gotta turn that shit into a funny. Whatever you say. And yo, 95% of the time, dude, I know what they're gonna say, bro. I'm already expecting it. But to me, it's whatever you say, turn that shit around.
Let's improvise.
Let's improvise.
Like, how long you been married?
How long you been married?
I'm single.
Single? Why?
Damn, yeah.
He's the fucking problem. That's it.
I work
Simple.
too much. I work too much.
The lie detector says you lied.
but it's to the point that that is good crowd work. So I always use the crowd. I have a porn joke, which I haven't done in years, bro. I have a porn joke. So I'll go to the crowd. And I'm giving you guys my secrets. I'll go to the crowd. I'll find couples. How long you guys been together? 10 years. Oh, how long you guys been together? I'll pick two.
Okay.
So between two, and I'll try to remember the names. And if I don't remember the names, I'll give them my own names, which I remember.
I think you did this one at fucking Beer Thug.
Yeah. If I don't, I'll give you a name, and I won't forget the name I give you. I'll forget the name you have, but I won't forget. So I'll pick both of them, and I'll go like, you watch porn? What you guys? You watch porn? And then whatever the guy says, nah. And then I'll start snapping him and say, you ain't never seen a porn ever. And they be like, nah. And then I go into the porn joke, and then the people who have never seen me would be like, yo, this dude just came up with that shit like that. Because you're seeing in the moment, you know? Yeah. Like, to me, there's so many different styles of comedy, bro. There's the one-liners, the people that do one-liners. Uh-huh. There's the joke comedian that would not talk to the crowd for shit. There's comedians, bro, that the room could be black. And they prefer it. They just want to get on stage, spotlight on you, and you just say your jokes, and you listen for the laughter. No, but no connection whatsoever with the crowd. If you put me in a room, which one we did? We just did we did El Paso, the El Paso comic strip. And I hadn't done them in years, but I went this time around and the lighting was different and I couldn't see the audience. And that stresses me out. I want to see them. I want to look at them. Shit. When I'm on stage, I'm looking, dude. I'm looking at who looks uncomfortable. I'm looking to see who's the one that's gonna make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you look like a creep.
You
looking for victims.
Like when I did that show that you're talking about, no one talked about the little boy. There was two little boys in the front row, and everybody's talking about fucking pussy and fucking and all this shit. I was
just like, what the fuck,
and then I'm sitting I was upstairs, and I saw a little boy because I was sitting upstairs, and I looked down and I said, that's a little fucking boy. That's a fucking family. And I'm like, no one. So when I went on stage and I brought that to light, yo, I won them over instantly. Because everybody's like, yo, finally. No one's to say shit about this. That's like doing a show and there's a naked person. And no one is
nobody's identifying the naked person there. Like, dude.
Everybody married? Yeah. And you go into your joke. And what about this naked fucking person?
What about this motherfucker that chose not to wear clothes?
So I feel like, to me, I have a whole different style. I enjoy doing comedy. I have a set. I have multiple sets that I could do. But if you ask me, I have more fun improvising. And I have more fun with the crowd work.
But I think you win the crowd over.
Instantly.
Because, first of all, you come up with energy.
Yeah.
Like, for real energy. That shit's contagious, dog.
Yo, bro, that's why Concrete.
For real, dog.
That's why Concrete got me, bro. No,
right away.
When he booked me to do that Bellflower shit, he booked me. He said, I was only supposed to do those 2 shows.
I still remember, and I was like, hey, who's that? Because I could hear it because I was in the back with you guys.
Yeah, and
then I'm like, damn, that shit sounds like fun. And then I just fucking went in there and I was just in the corner like that.
Dude, and I tell comics, man, if you're listening, man, if you're a comedian, I'll tell you this is the best advice I got, bro. Host. I feel like hosts out here in LA, they don't get the appreciation, bro, that they deserve. They don't see the host as a comic. You know how many people come up to me after Concrete show? They'll be like, yo, why don't you do comedy? Like, what the fuck you think I'm doing, bro? Like, what do you think? Yo, have you ever thought about doing this? You're very good. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm fucking blows my mind.
Like, I do this, fool.
I do this, fool. Check. Yo, so I'm like, so to the host in New York, a host, if I host a room, right? I host a room. The host sometimes is just as big as the headliner. So if I do a monthly room, right? So I do a monthly room, I book you, and you're my headliner, right? So I'm paying you more than I'm paying him. People coming to see you, but yo, if the host is good, they'll go every fucking show because of the host. Whoever the host brings is an extra. That's beautiful. But if people love you, yo, and that's how I started. I started in Jersey. I'm from the Bronx. I started doing a show in Jersey. And yo, every other Friday for 2 years straight, bro. Every other Friday. And Latinos are very territorial people. When they go to shows, they want to take the same seats. Puerto Rican especially, bro.
Damn,
the same. And I'm like, move around. Let me get some.
I do the fucking same
when you stay on stage, bro. I was like, Titi, Pito. And then it's like, you know, I'm like, please, let someone sit in the front. And I hated it, but I see how much stronger it made me because it didn't make me depend so much on my material. So I couldn't go there and do Superstar. I couldn't go there and do Unbelievable every other week because these people will be like, he says that shit all the fucking time. And note to people out there, if you follow a comedian long enough, it's always gonna be the same. Regardless, it's always gonna be the same. So hosting to me was like, that shit was like the biggest muscle, bro. Like go up there and I'll have ideas of what I want to talk about. And that's how I write. I'll tell you this too. In 20 years, I've never written a joke.
Wait, whoa.
I've never written a joke. Not once? I've never, in the very beginning, I remember writing five minutes, what the 5 minutes was. And I remember writing, what's up, everybody? Writing that shit down. What's up? How's everybody doing? Because that's what you had to say. But when I say I've never written a joke is I've never sat down and wrote a joke out and say, I'm going to do this joke tonight.
So everything
because
is just...
I feel like for me, if I write something and I try to like memorize this and work this joke out, I'm already going in there in one direction. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I'm already thinking of how I'm gonna go about this. So, Unbelievable. I'll give you Unbelievable. Okay. Right? I'll tell you the whole story with Unbelievable. I was in my house one time, and my father got up out of nowhere. He said, "Man, that's unbelievable." And we started laughing. I said, "Motherfuckers, they're unbelievable?" He said, "Unbelievable, bro." I was like, "What?" And it was snowing. It was snowing. He was complaining about snow, and he said, "Unbelievable." And that same night, and my sister's my witness, bro. That same night I had a show. So I had my boy Imagine has a spot in the Bronx. He does every Monday, workout room. And the deal that I had with him was that I'm gonna go every Monday when I'm in town, but not to do material. It's to work out. So that was the agreement, you know? So I would show up every Monday and be like, yo. And that day after my father did that, I went to the bar, bro. And I did the Unbelievable. And it killed. It fucking killed. Just telling them a story. Yo, my father. I put a little premise on it. And my sister was like, I can't believe you just talked about it. So that's what I do. That's how I write. So I wrote Unbelievable. I have the idea of how I want to do it. And then I go on stage with a clean slate where I'll be like, okay, let me see where I could go. I'm not afraid, bro. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But then sometimes you hit something, you're like, oh, this is something right here. And then once you got it, if you've done it a few times, then you be like, okay, now I'm going to write this down. You know, but to like write it, because there's comics that have jokes, bro. You ever see a comedian eat it on stage?
Yeah.
And why
I've been around.
And why they eat it? Because they don't know how to get off. Because they're so structured on that set that they don't know how to be like, boom. If I'm on stage, bro, and it's not going my way, bro, I'm going to snap on myself. I'm not going to blame you guys. I'm going to be like, y'all don't know what the fuck I was thinking. You know, I thought that shit was funnier or some stupid shit to break the ice.
So when you're on stage and you're like, fuck, I'm not getting these laughs. So right away, you have to fucking pivot then. Like, I'm fucking switching. I'm fucking unbelievable or some shit like.
Switch it. I was like look at this motherfucker. You know, so you switch it, bro. That's why I know how to read a room. That's another thing that you got to learn as a comic is to read the room. You know, there's comics that have sets and they go to a room where they have 25 people and no one really laughed and they'll feel like shit about it. You know, I go into a room like Bruce's with Sebastian. You know how that little spot sometimes, dude. I've never bombed. The next time I do it, I might bomb. Come to Bruce's next time, you're gonna see me hit a dick on stage. But I've never bombed because I know what it is. It's a small crowd. Laughter is contagious. So if there's 100 people and everybody's 50 people are laughing, the other 50 are gonna laugh. But if no one is laughing, you don't want to be the only one like, you know. So once you learn how to read a room, bro, you go up there like, fuck it, bro.
I've seen people bomb, and I'm like, pivot. And in my mind, I'm like, switch. Do something. Like, fuck, you're drowning right there.
Like, a crazy story, bro. So I did Sábado Gigante.
No.
Yes. I did Sábado Gigante. Like
my childhood, dog.
Yo, bro, that's my childhood too, bro. Every Saturday, bro.
Sábado Gigante
with Don Francisco, the pervert.
Don Francisco.
El viejo bellaco, Don Francisco.
You know I follow him on Instagram?
Oh, yeah. Dude, he's still doing shit.
He's still doing shit.
Fucking guy.
I just posted him.
So Sábado Gigante reached out to me a few times, bro, and I turned them down 4 times. I turned them down. Because they wanted me, they weren't understanding the concept of stand-up. They wanted me to do jokes. They wanted me to submit 20 jokes. And that's another thing for Latinos, when you say, I'm a stand-up comedian, they think you're going to go up there and be like, bueno, pues Pepito fue a la escuela hoy. They expecting that shit. They don't Pepito or whatever. So I said, I don't do jokes like that. I told a lady I don't do jokes. I turned them down. And then one day they hit me up and they were like, Edgar, we got the perfect segment for you. It's a minute. It's a variety show segment, so you could do your stand-up in Spanish. You have 1 minute. And I was like, you know what? I gave in, bro. And I was like, I wanted to do it. I turned them down because I know that wasn't my thing, but I really wanted to do it because my mom watched Sábado Gigante. And my dad, you know, like, bro. I knew everybody was, yo, dude, I told everyone, bro. When I tell you, bro, I lift up rocks. Sábado Gigante this weekend. Dude, I was telling everyone and their mother, bro. So they flew me to Miami, and I had a joke about calling out sick when you're faking it. Right? And right? So that was the bit that they picked. So I had to do it in 60 seconds. 1 minute. Clean for TV. 60 seconds. This lady made me say this joke over 100 times, bro. For like 3 hours. You gotta make it shorter. You gotta make it shorter. You gotta make it this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And I was like, oh my God, I was hating it, bro. So finally, I got it down to like 58 seconds. And that was Friday. So the next day is the day of the taping. I get to the studio, which, by the way, that shit looked really big on TV, right?
It's just tiny in person?
It was the size of this room, bro. You're like, how the fuck Don Francisco do this shit in this little ass room?
Where the fuck does the chacal come out of,
bro? Yeah, right? So I remember this, bro. There was, I was doing stand-up. There was a girl that was a pole dancer. Right? Because it was a variety show. So it was a pole dancer, a stand-up, and I forgot what the other person was doing. It was like a dance or some shit. And I'm in the back. Dude, I'm in the back and I'm chilling. I'm nervous. Because, it's live. It's fucking live on TV, right? So, like, I'm nervous. People are texting me and I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm at the little midget. I'm sorry I said midget, little person. The little, right? I'm in the back. I'm laughing with this dude. Man, cool, bro. So then like 20 minutes before I'm set to go on, I find out that the segment that I'm doing is the Chacal segment. And I'm like, what? So it was like a new thing they were doing where they were bringing different acts, but they would still have the Chacal, but they failed to tell me that. Because if I would have known that, I would have never done it. I would have never done it, right? So, dude.
Not the fucking chacal.
Bro. Not only the chacal, the little midget chacal. Remember the little one? That was the one that I was talking to in the back. I didn't know it was him. I didn't know who this little person was.
This motherfucker was trying to butter you up.
I go on and dude, it was crazy, man. I had this purple blazer on. And Don Francisco, hey, Edgar Rivera. And boom, true story. I get on. The first thing I said, the only thing I got to say was, lo peor del mundo es llamar enfermo al trabajo cuando uno no está enfermo. And I don't know, I hear a little midget, beep, 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 beep. And you hear me say, for real? I said it in English, I said, for real? And then Don Francisco goes, esto es un show de familia. Esto nadie quiere estar triste, no de enfermedad. And I'm like, oh my God. He goes, dale otra vuelta. And I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
When you do live TV, you have to stick to the script. This is a TV show that's international all over the world. So if I go off script, I might say one word that they could fucking get fined or sued for. So you have to stick to the script. So Don Francisco gave me a second shot, and I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't want it. I don't fucking want it, because I had to go up there and say the same shit again. So I went up, lo peor del mundo es llamar enfermo cuando uno está enfermo. And then the midget did it again, and they dragged me, and they threw me into the latrine, that little latrine, bro. And I remember they locked the door, and in my mind, I was like, that shit just happened. Bro, I was like, that shit just happened. And my phone rang, bro. It was my mentor, my mentor, the late Angelo Lozada. I missed this dude. He was the first one to call me. And he was like, man, fuck those people. They don't know shit about stand-up. Fuck them. And I was like, okay, thank you. I was like, thank you, bro. I walked out. I remember that night I went to the hotel, bro. I was like, God was good that night, bro. I was like, I could jump out this window. No? I could just jump out this window and then be like, bendito, Don Francisco killed him or some shit, bro. Yo, bro, my mother banned Don Francisco. No one could see that shit in the house after that, bro.
I'm gonna follow this fool right now, dog.
I think about it.
I'm about to follow this motherfucker.
I used to say, fuck
with all due respect.
Yo, my friends to this day, my close friends that know about it, when they see me somewhere, they'll be like, beep, 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 beep. And it brings back trauma, yo.
So they pretty much they were just using people like, this one we're gonna kick out. I mean, it's part of the show, right?
Yeah.
They were gonna give you a chance regardless, bro.
Regardless. Because I thought I had the whole minute. So in my mind, I got a minute. You know how hard it is, bro, to do a minute of comedy and like try to set it up, structure the joke. So I have to that was the structure. The worst thing in the world is
it was a setup.
But I thought I had the whole. Yo,
these motherfuckers set you up, dog.
Don Francisco set you up.
That's what Don Francisco.
Big time.
Get pedo, way.
Que huevo, Don Francisco. Yo,
that's
dude,
fucked up, dog.
Dude, I went back home, bro. Everybody. My grandmother was watching in Puerto Rico. Yo, dude, that was people. Because I did a live segment. Most of the shit they do is recorded, pre-recorded, but they have live segments, and that was one of the live segments. And what I learned from that was that's why these comics out here that don't know how to step out of their sex. That's why they eat a bullet on stage. Because you don't know how to step out of your set. Because if I was able to say what I wanted to say, I would have killed it. So many questions for Don Francisco. I could have gone up to him and gone like this. I said, yo quiero saber si usted de verdad porque usted lleva como 70 años en la televisión. I was like, I could have gone in on him so hard, but I couldn't. I was restrained. I was like, yo, bro.
Why that fool looks so young still, though?
That fool that's the Illuminati.
That dude right there, bro.
That dude was the biggest bellaco in the world, bro. That was the pervert. I thought, honestly, when he quit, I thought he was gonna come out like what's his name? Bill Cosby. I always said Don Francisco's the Latino Bill Cosby, bro.
Damn.
He molested a few people out there. Let's talk shit about him. Fuck it.
Fucking Don Francisco. That was my childhood. I still remember us watching it because my parents controlled the TV. So it's like every Saturday, Sábado Gigante, boom, and we'll get all excited watching it, and it would be my parents and
for like 4 hours, bro.
That shit went on for fucking like what, 6 to 10?
It was like it was like 4 hours, and I remember it used to be 5. When I was younger, it used to be 5, and then they brought them down to like 4 hours, bro.
That's crazy.
But that was that to me. That was like, and I don't regret it. I have it on my credit, you know.
And when did this happen?
This happened, bro. This happened like 12, 13 years ago.
Damn, dude. I can't believe it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, not a lot of people know, bro. And now because I said it in your podcast, when people see me, they'll be like, yo.
I can't believe. I wonder if we could get a recording of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look, my sister has it.
No way.
Every once in a while for a birthday, she'll send me a picture of it. We're like, yo, it was just like an experience, dude.
Damn,
that was crazy,
dog.
Bro. Definitely crazy.
They're located where?
Miami.
Oh shit! So they paid for like for you to go.
Everything. They paid for everything. It was cool. I just wish I would have had the minute. I really thought the joke would have killed, but they didn't let me.
Francisco better make up for that shit.
They didn't let me set it up right, bro. And it was just like, yo, it was as a comic. I want people to understand that. We're hilarious on stage, we're sensitive as fuck, bro. We take shit to the heart, bro. Like, if you're not laughing, everybody's laughing, but you're not laughing, you're gonna fuck my head up. On the ride home, I'll be like, why the fuck that guy wasn't laughing? You know? So that shit just, like, comedy is fucking hard, bro. There's sets that you be like, but you know what? You learn from that. That's why I tell comics, when you take an L on stage, instead of putting yourself down and beating yourself up for it, go home and be like, yo, what could I do different? Replay the situation in your head. Live it again. Be like, okay, what? Next time, what could I do? So I say, what could I do? What could I do different? And
I do put myself in like in that position. Like, it must be difficult, bro. When you're out there pouring your fucking heart out, and then motherfuckers is just quiet. Be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
Yeah,
shit was
that's
funny.
That's another thing. You can't get like that either. Because it's an instinct to be like, you guys are the problem. I know this works, but you can never blame them, bro. You can never blame the audience. I did a show one time, bro, and it was packed. Everyone was laughing. Yo, I was having the time of my life, except one lady in the second row. Never forget, a blonde white lady. The lady she was with was dying. Everyone was laughing except this lady. So as a comic, it's crazy because I'm on stage and as I'm saying a joke, it's like, I tell people, it's like I'm on autopilot. I'm saying a joke, but in my mind, it's like my mouth is talking, but in my mind is like, okay, where am I gonna go next? What am I gonna say next? It's like I'm on autopilot, right? So every punchline, I would throw it at this lady. Everything. Unbelievable. Nothing. Nothing. Yo, nothing, bro. It messed me up the whole set. So I get off stage after the show. I'm standing outside, and they walking out. Everybody say, hey, good shit. I said, thank you. Thank you. Which, by the way, people listening, if you come up to me and tell me good shit, it don't mean shit to me. That don't mean shit to me. That as a comic, that doesn't mean shit. You could tell that shit to anyone. What means the most is the people that come up to me and be like, yo, when you said, those are the ones I care about because you really listen. Because at the end, it's not about being funny. It's about being memorable. You want to be memorable, right? So everybody's like, oh, good shit. And then here she comes. And she was like, oh, my God, I want you to know that you are hilarious. And I looked at her and I was like, excuse me? She goes, oh, my God, you are hilarious. And I was like, but you didn't laugh. She goes, I was laughing in the inside.
Damn.
And then I said, fuck you from the inside. But, but I learned a lesson. That's the day that I learned that lesson. From that, I took that, you know what? Just because you're on stage and they're not giving you what you want, don't mean that they're not having a good time. When you learn that as a comic, that, you know what? You want ha, but you also want them to listen, bro. And there's a lot of people that won't laugh. Go up and tell everyone about the show, but they won't laugh about it because they're that type of person, bro.
And it's like different people have different. Damn, we've been.
This dude is like, yo, we've been on for 3.5 hours.
Nah, let's keep going. Shit, this is good.
Yeah, this is the longest episode ever. Episode 40.
Fuck, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, people are just different though. Some people. Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of people, and it's like, fuck. Some people have fucking fun in their own weird way. Yeah. And it's not weird, actually. It's just how they are. Mm-hmm. Like, when I deal with clients and I'm like, damn, why is he so serious, you know? And then like, damn, did we do a good job? Yeah. I'm feeling that we didn't. Yeah. What the fuck? And I tell my wife, she's like, relax. We close. You're the fucking best ever. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I got the whole wrong vibe, like the whole time.
Everybody's
and
different.
I did everything that I possibly could to make this seamless, smooth. And at the time, I felt that they weren't feeling it like that.
Yeah.
And kind of find out, they fucking had me up here, but in my mind, she had me down here.
It's when you. That's the same thing with comedy, bro. And they'll come up after you. They'll say, "Oh my God, we had such a good time." And in the beginning, it used to bother me, and now, dude, I don't care, bro. I really don't. You could put me in front of anybody, bro. Like I told Khan the other day. I said, bro, let's do black rooms. I want to do all white rooms, because that's what you want. Okay, I can make a Latino audience laugh. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. Here, you take me to New York. I go to New York with my eyes closed. Not to brag, but I go to my eyes closed, and I could do a whole set with my eyes closed with no fucking problem, because they're gonna understand it. But to me, the challenge comes, and that's what I learned from the cruises, because you got so many different people. So you make white people laugh, a black room in New York.
Damn.
You're a comic? Yeah. Go to New York, go to Harlem, and do an urban room in Harlem, where those motherfuckers look at you like this. Make me laugh like that. Make me laugh,
bro.
you know what I used to do? I used to go to the black rooms, right? So I would go and like I just scope out a room. I scope out everything. Okay, I could talk about that. I could talk about that fucking Elon Musk painting. Okay, I could talk about this. And then I listen to the show to see if somebody mentioned it. Then I scratch that. Somebody already brought that up, but I'm like taking notes. So sometimes I'm there and I'm the only blanquito, right? And people, I know they're looking at me. They're all looking at me. They're like, who the fuck, you know? So I go on stage and the first thing I'll say is like, I know you guys are looking at me and we all asking ourselves the same question. What the fuck am I doing here? And boom, instantly. They chuckle, then I get them, bro. So it's you always got to learn how to work the crowd, but working different crowds, bro, it's what fucking, that's the gift.
I think when a comic doesn't look like you, I think people are guarded, huh? Like people are just guarded, like, Dude. And then you say some shit like that, they're like, okay.
No, bro.
You know what I mean?
You've been to New York, right? You've been to New York, right? You've been to New York?
It's just different though, bro.
So you see New York, how different it is, right? So when the cab drivers in New York, what are they mostly? Did you take cabs?
No, we walked and I took like a fucking.
So I had a, yeah, right? So Middle Eastern, Indian, whatever. So I did a show one time. My boy called me up on a Thursday night. Yo, what you doing Saturday? I said, nah, what's up, bro? He goes, yo, I got a $2,000 gig for you. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, I'm doing that, right? So he was like, yo, the guy's gonna call you. I'm gonna give him your number. It's a scholarship gala, you know. I was like, all right, bro, yeah. And the guy called me. He sounded Indian. He sounded very, very Indian. Hey, my friend, all this bullshit. He goes, you know Russell Peters? And he kept on talking about Russell Peters. And I'm like, my friend, listen, don't worry, man. I know what I'm doing, bro. I feed off the audience. You know, we're gonna have a good time. And no le pegue mente, loco. To me, he was just Indian. It was just him. Right? So I remember the Saturday comes, and I had a show earlier prior to that show. So I did that show first, and it went well. And now I'm driving to Jersey to do this show, and I smoked on the way there. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Yo, I get to the hotel. It was in a hotel, right? And when we get to the hotel, shit was packed. And when I walk into the hotel, that shit looked like a Bollywood video, bro.
No way.
They were all Pakistanis. The women had their faces covered, all the color, the turbans. And I was like,
where the fuck am I at?
Where the fuck is going? Like, yo, dude, I was instantly, I was like, oh my God, yo. So then I was like, Ahmed, and the guy's name was Ahmed. I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, my friend, yeah. And he shows me the room, and there was a motivational speaker talking. When I walked into the room, that guy looked like he was about to commit suicide on stage. I was like, how are you motivating people like this, right? Yo, and there was 500 people in the room, bro. And tables, round tables, 10 per table, 500, right? And he's like, you're up next. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I remember I walked to a little corner, I called my boy. And I was like, what the fuck did you set me up with, bro? He's like, what happened? I said, yo, these people are all Middle Eastern, bro. I'm like the only Latino in here, bro. And yo, I started going through my set, which is something that I never do. I was like, oh my God. So I would never forget, bro. I get on, and I had a coat. It was winter. So they told me to get dressed up to the occasion. So I wore one of those, you know those shirts with the
tuxedo? Yes.
That was one of my jokes.
Oh, shit.
In my mind, I'm gonna kill him with this shirt, yo, right? So I get on stage. The guy introduced me just like this. He goes, this next comedian you seen on Univision? He said Univision to a whole bunch of Pakistani. You don't know what the fuck Univision is. He said, you seen on Univision? Please give it up for Edgar Rivera. Boom. I get on stage. Everybody's like clapping a little. I said, yeah. I said, yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Ahmed told me that I had to get dressed up for the situation. I took off my jacket and got a little chuckle from the suit, right? And I'm like, listen, man, I just want you guys to know, man, that they brought me here to give you guys the best medicine. I truly believe laughter is the best medicine. And if you allow me, we could have a good time. Can we have a good time? And they were like, yeah. I was like, can we have a good time? I said, yeah. And then I said this, and I knew it, bro. I said, this could take me, or this gonna break me bad, bro. I say either way, but I did say it. I said, okay, so with that being said, if all of you guys are here right now, who is driving the cabs? Dude, I got a standing ovation a minute in, bro. The place went insane. Insane. They don't clap. They tap on the table. They're like this, clapping, punching the tables. And I'm like, holy fuck. Won them over, but it could easily gone sour, bro. They could have easily took that shit offensive, and that's it. That would have been the worst half hour of my life. Yo, so basically after that, I won them over so much that I was able to do my whole set. Whether even it was Latino, because I'm from a Latino background, but they enjoyed it, bro, to the point. But it was just that one little icebreaker. Right? Now moving forward, the next year,
ice, bro. Sometimes that's the most important thing.
Moving forward, the next year they call me back. Right? And I'm like, now you're going
price went up, homie.
I say, yeah. And I took I remember my niece was in town, and I took her with me to the show. Yo, and the next year I went and I ate a dick on stage. I went so confident, bro. Like in my mind, I'm like, these people loved me so much last year that this year I'm gonna kill, and it was horrible, bro. But
what went wrong in that one?
That one, it was a different place. It was a whole different setup, a whole different crowd, a whole different people. You know, it was just like I couldn't connect. I tried, and I couldn't, bro. So yo, te digo, I ate it, bro. My niece is like, damn, tío.
Dude, for 30 minutes?
For 30 minutes.
Hey, tío, I need to rescue you. Answer your phone. We have an emergency.
So when I'm in a situation where I know that it's not going my way, I would not do comedy. I'm not going to go up there and do jokes so you can fucking hurt my feelings even more. No, we're going to talk shit. So I asked questions to them. Oh, what about you? What about you? I kept on just doing crowd work. That's what saved me. I do the crowd work. I mean, with the crowd work. But as far as like killing it.
So when your jokes aren't hitting, you have to revert back to like the crowd work.
Well, revert to the crowd work or revert back to yourself and then change it. You know, like, okay, fuck that joke. Let's go with something else, you know. But to me, yeah, when it's not working, I do crowd work. So I do a lot. I don't know, man. I think I have a alignment with hecklers, bro. Every show I do, there's always hecklers. There's always hecklers that fuck it up, bro.
And do you like zoom in on those fuckers or do you leave them alone?
Oh man, yo, dude, you want a spotlight? Yeah, we could do a spotlight. Like I just came from Pasadena, Texas. With Concrete. It's outside of Houston,
right?
Right?
I seen it.
So Concrete told me that they call it Stinkadena, Stinkydena, like it stinks, right? And when we got there that day, yo, I was like, what the fuck is that smell, right? What the hell is that smell? And that night I hosted and I was the first one on stage. And I said, man, you know what? This is beautiful. My first time here in Pasadena. It smelled a little funny. And everybody started laughing. And then this one dude just got up, throwing the N-word around. Yo, that's how we make our money, yo. And I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Looking like a gangster, bro. He looked like a real gangster. And he kept on, and I'm like, well, what's your name, bro? He said, Pee-wee. I said, Pee-wee. So, you know, Pee-wee don't have a job. You know, I kept on, and I shut him down. But yeah, they come at you. So you
get out defensive, like, what you mean, fool?
Bro, I tell people this, man. If you say something and it's funny and people laugh, I'm going to repeat it. Because I have a microphone, dude. I'm gonna repeat it, and I'm gonna get laughs from your laughs. I'm gonna get better laughs because people could hear me better. Shit. But yo, it's a whole different beast, bro.
It's crazy. Now that we're on this topic, you know I'm a big Jo Koy fan. I seen some of the Golden Globe. What's it called? I seen some of it. Why do you think he got? Things went wrong for him, or did they? I don't know. I think he's fucking funny. I think he's good. He could do 20 shows, and I'm gonna laugh at every fucking show. You know, I like the dude.
He's a good dude.
You know. So, what do you think? Was it the crowd, or how would that?
I think.
How could that have been handled?
Okay, I think not to take nothing away from Jo Koy. Jo Koy is a funny dude. I've seen him at the Laugh Factory do pop-ins, and he's great crowd work. Dude. Great crowd work, yo. Funny dude. I think from that experience, there's certain places that you should not be doing comedy,
and that's one of them.
And the Golden Globes, okay, you know, you feel like, okay, you're gonna go out there and kill it, but there's people not there to think about that shit. They're thinking about, am I gonna win this shit? Am I gonna, you know? So it's very hard to get that whole crowd. And Jo Koy does thousands and thousands of people, you know, but when they come to see you, they come in to see you. So it happens where not only that, I'm also assuming, and this is me talking out my ass because I've never done the Golden Globes and I don't know how it goes, but I'm also assuming because he did talk about how he had writers, so they give you writers. So when you do the Golden Globes, you can't just go there and say, I'm going to freestyle for 15 minutes. No.
Oh, no. Everything's written.
Everything has to be approved in one way or another, right?
Yeah, he was reading from a teleprompter, right? I think so.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
I saw him pointing. He's like, that's what it said.
Does he said that? Yeah, I haven't even seen the thing, bro, because he got so much backlash for that shit that I'm like, yo, but I could understand where he's coming from, because it's like taking a comic and saying, I want you to be funny, but you got to be funny behind these bars.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta think about it. You know, it's live. It's live on TV.
You have to be funny, but I don't want you to be yourself, and you're gonna be restricted.
And it's not gonna be just you, because he made it very clear that he had writers, right? Because he said it, and that's where I think he messed up. Honestly, if you ask me, he messed up because he blamed them. You know, and he blamed the other writers. In other words, that's how you slap it. So if you guys are my writers and I'm on the stage and you guys are writing for me and your shit is not working, I'll be like, well, give it up for JR who wrote that stupid fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
So any video that goes wrong on my end, I'm gonna be like, this was your fucking fault, bro.
Yeah. But honestly, yo, that's what I think. I think there's certain gigs as comic that you should not take. And it sounds like, okay, it's the Golden Globes. Yeah, it's beautiful. People are going to be watching. But, yo, you're not going to get that audience.
I seen him live a lot of, like, I don't want to say a lot of times. Twice or 3 times. And I think in that stage, he looked uncomfortable. Like, he looked like he was just like, oh.
You got cameras all over you. I mean, I've never been to an award show, but it looks really big on TV, but that's not really that big.
Yeah.
They got cameras all over you. They got to talk to this camera, or teleprompters.
And I think it, you know, like the crowd was more of
they're not there for comedy.
Reserved, and they're not there to laugh.
They're not there for laugh, bro. Like, they're there to just, most of them are expecting a win. Nervous, you know, like in their own zone. They're sitting in a table with 10 people, and I'm gonna talk to you, and I'm not gonna listen to him, and so
now you put a comedian that's gonna bash you, and you're not in that mindset. You're like, dude, am I gonna win? Fuck, am I gonna win?
So if you ask me, if I was to ever, if they would ever tell me, Edgar, I want you to host the Golden Globes, I would never set a set. It would be like I wouldn't be able to do it because they wouldn't allow me. Because I would not be like, look, I'm gonna work for what I see. You know, if I see Robert De Niro, you know, and then you work the crowd. But I'm pretty sure he had restraints.
I just think that I felt a lot of resistance from that fucking crowd.
He couldn't do what he wanted to do, bro.
Because he's fucking hilarious.
Because he's hilarious. But if he was able to be Jo Koy and be himself without the hesitation of being on live TV, I'm pretty sure he would have won them over. Oh, he would have won them over in a heartbeat. I seen this dude kill at the Laugh Factory just on a random Wednesday, just pop in. And like you know, as a crowd work comedian that I call myself sometimes, I appreciate when another comic goes on stage and makes it in the moment.
Even like, let's say, even if you put somebody like Dave Chappelle on the stage like that, you know you're not gonna see Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, because
it's
just like Edgar says, like be a comedian but behind these bars.
Yeah, it's like
you know, like shit. Dave Chappelle's gonna go all in. And I'm sure like Jo Koy would want it to go all in, but they're restricted.
You know, it's like telling me, yo, Edgar, I got a show for you. It's gonna pay you $5,000. I said, where's it at? A funeral. You'd be like, a funeral? I gotta make people laugh when they mourning. Like, really? Like, that's exactly what it is. So there's a time and a place for comedy. So you just can't do it, you know, anywhere.
And you know, the backlash, like on social media, I'm like, man, he's still funny.
Oh, he
Fuck
is.
y'all. I'm like, man,
he is.
It ain't his fault. I'm out defending him.
But I'm pretty sure he went back home that night. That shit fucked his head up, bro. That shit went. You go home.
I bet you it did.
And I'm pretty sure if I'm calling it right, he's still thinking about it, and he's still probably thinking about what could I have done different if I was to ever get this chance again. Because I'm pretty sure he'll never do it again. But if I was to do this again, what could I do different in that situation?
I think I know the answer.
I haven't even seen it, bro.
Not accept it.
Not accept it. Say no.
You know?
I haven't seen it, so now you guys are definitely gonna make me see the whole thing, bro.
I only seen like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah, that's it. I saw a little clip when he said he goes, "Oh, you guys are not even laughing at nothing." He goes, he said, and I didn't even write half that shit, right? He goes, "You laughing at the stuff I wrote, not the stuff that I didn't write." You know?
Oh shit, he said that?
Yeah, dude. And that shit's like spitting on your writer's face, bro. It's like if you got a writer and I go on stage.
Okay, so when we talk about writers, he hired them.
I'm pretty sure the network, bro. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why he was like, fuck these fools. I'm just gonna put them out there.
It's like if you write me a joke, right? Like right now you give me a joke and I'll be like, yo, come to Flappers Comedy Club that I'm headlining February 9th.
There you go.
February 9th, I'm headlining Flappers in Burbank and I'm going to try your joke and you're there and I do your joke and your joke bombs and I'm like, fuck JR, man. Fuck this guy. He wrote this joke and I'll point you out and like get everything on you.
Puta madre. No. Es mentiroso.
Nah, that's what you do, man. It's crazy, bro. But you know, I'm pretty sure you learned a lesson from it.
Yeah, I just think he shouldn't have took it, but you know, he's still Jo Koy. He's one of the best. He's one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
Shit, shout out to him, man.
Shout out. Jo Koy, you got to do the True Hustle podcast, yo.
Yes, Jo
Let's
Koy.
go. Get over here,
I need you to come over here and tell your story.
We need to talk about this, man.
You know?
I said, man, need to talk more.
So, what shows do you have coming up?
Coming up, yo. So, this goes on Monday, right? So, yeah.
Monday.
So, next week, February 3rd, I'm going to be in Clearwater, Florida. So if you got people in Florida, Clearwater, Florida, on February 3rd. February 4th, I'm in Orlando, Florida. So if you guys got fans, family, and friends in Orlando and Clearwater, I'll be there. And then I'm going to be with Jerry Garcia February 5th, 6th, and 7th in Vegas. The Laugh Factory in Vegas.
My birthday, dog.
When, the 7th?
The 6th.
The 6th, yeah, that Monday.
You down?
No, that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday this year, right?
Yeah.
5th, 6th, and 7th. I'm with Jerry Garcia in
Vegas.
With the perrito.
And with the perrito. From the city.
And then February 9th, I'm headlining Flappers.
And that's where?
In Burbank.
February 9th.
February 9th.
In Burbank.
There's still a few tickets left. Get your tickets. Come see me headline, yo. It's a whole different experience, man. I tell people, they see me hosting and doing sets. Where, like, I remember in the beginning, I had 5 minutes. 5 minutes, bro. And I remember when they told me, yo, can you do 7? And I was like, 7? I was like, I don't have 7. No, it's 7. Like, I remember that stress, bro. And now you tell me to do 7, and I'll be like, 7? So to me, I love being on stage. I'm a hog, bro. I mean, I'm not one of those comics you tell me do 20 minutes and I'm gonna get off in 15. No, I'm gonna do the 20 and maybe a couple of more on top of that if I'm having fun. So I tell people, come see me headline. It's a whole different experience because I'm not rushed.
So when you headline, it's how long?
45 to an hour.
Damn.
Dude, I did a Christmas party for my boy David. Shout outs to my boy David. And he has a truck club, like big trucks, right? And he hits me up and he said, yo, can you do this Christmas party for us? And I went to, it was, I forgot what city, it was around here somewhere, a little Italian restaurant, back room. And I walked in, bro, fucking testosterone to the fullest. all these cholos with jackets, Solano's pig screw. That's the truck. That's the Solano's pig screw. All these dudes, some of them brought their wife, a couple of kids. And I'm like, damn, why do I get myself into this shit, bro? Why? Yo, and I did, I'm not lying to you, bro. I did an hour and 25 minutes of straight crowd work, bro. Straight crowd work. I didn't even say one joke, bro. It was just an hour and 25 minutes. And I know it's an hour and 25 minutes because the guy recording it, and he recorded the whole thing and he put it on YouTube. So if you follow me, Edgar Rivera Comedy, and you send me a message, I might send you the link to check this shit out, yo. Because no one believes me, yo. And shit. Fucking, it's the shit. I love it.
1 hour and 25 minutes. That's longer than this podcast for just crowd work?
Talking shit of people, bro.
But okay, what day is it?
February 9th.
But what day does it land on?
Friday.
Might have to roll up.
Friday, February 9th. You can go to my Instagram, the ticket link. Go to my link tree on Instagram. The link is on there. Get your tickets.
Tell them all your handles, where they could find you, where they could buy their tickets, where to follow you. Give them the whole spiel.
Edgar Rivera Comedy. Edgar Rivera Comedy on everything. Facebook, Instagram. I do more Instagram. To get the tickets, you go to the link tree on my Instagram. Get your link tree for the Flappers. I'm also in the Brea Improv with Concrete February 1st. So there's a whole bunch of shows coming up, but the most important one to me is February 9th because I get to headline. And I got a special coming out very, very soon, yo. Very, very soon. Stay tuned. Around April, bro.
Could you give us a little something on that? I mean, not too much.
It's called Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And if I tell you this, bro, when I moved to LA, I'll leave you with this. I moved to LA because this is the land of opportunity. I remember as a comic, they'll be like, you do any show, somebody likes you, that person could change your life. And when I moved out here, I was doing cruises so long that I was never, around. And then the pandemic hit, and then I shut down everybody for a while. So I feel like now, after the pandemic, it just made you start all over again. It's like you had to start from scratch as a comic, right? So, perfect example, someone called me Comedy Dynamics produced Jose Special that just dropped.
Yeah.
That just dropped. Please follow my only Salvadorian friend, Jose, because I don't like the other ones, just him.
Shout out to
I
my
like
boy.
Salvadorians. I like them a lot. My favorite people, pupusas. But Jose shot his special, right? And Cisco from Comedy Dynamics hit me up, right? And he was saying, "Hey, brother, do you know we got a festival coming up?" And he goes, "The warm-up guy can't do 2 shows. Do you mind doing 2 shows for me?" And this is the lesson that I learned from that. Never let your pride get in the way. I've been doing this for a long time. I call myself a headliner. Now you're calling me to warm up a show. Somebody would be like, "Fuck that. No fucking way. I'm a headliner."
The ego.
So I said, you know what? I said, man, I would have done all of them. And he said, yeah, I just need 2. So I was like, okay, cool. So he sent me the details. And then a week later, I start seeing everybody post, I'm taping my special. And I was like, what the fuck? And I hit him back. I was like, are we doing a festival or are we doing specials? And he goes, it's both. It's a festival where we're taping 18 specials in 5 days.
Damn.
I was like, oh, okay. So I got to warm up the first 2. The first one I got to warm up, right? And I remember, bro, and I'll tell you this is crazy. I remember telling myself, I'm going to go there that day that at the taping, right? I went on a hike like I always do. I went to the top. I meditated, you know. April's always a hard month because I lost my mom in April. So it's always a hard month. And I remember telling myself, I was like, I'm going to go there tonight and I'm going to shine so much that they're going to give me a special. I believe in saying shit out loud when you want it. I didn't say it to nobody. I didn't brag to nobody. I didn't say shit. But I remember that morning I went up there and I said, I'm going to go there tonight and I'm going to shine so much they're going to give me a special. And yo, dude, I went. I did the first show. They had technical difficulties, some shit, and I was on stage more than I had to be. And I went there with nothing, bro. I went there with like, I didn't have no pressure. I won that crowd over instantly. Even though it wasn't my crowd, it was the girl who's taping her special, was her crowd, but I won them over instantly. And they had shit, and I had to stay up there. And sure enough, after the first one, when it was wrapped up, I remember I was coming up the stairs from the theater, and this little young black girl pulled me over. And she was working with Comedy Dynamics, and she goes, you are fucking hilarious. And I say, thank you. She goes, no, you don't understand. She goes, I don't even like stand-up comedy. And I'm like, and in my mind, I said, you working with Comedy Dynamics? And she was like, I'm just an intern. She goes, I don't like it. I've never find it funny. He goes, but you made me laugh. She goes, how come you not up there recording your special? And I was like, it's gonna come. And I'm not lying to you, JR, bro. As soon as I said that, Cisco taps me on the shoulder. He goes, hey, brother, can I have a word with you? And I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro. We started walking down, and he was like, listen, if we could squeeze you in, do you have the hour? And I was like, fuck yeah. Just like that. I said, fuck yeah. And he was like, Friday. I that was Wednesday. I found out Wednesday, and I taped it Friday. No practice, no nothing, bro. Nada, bro. Found out Wednesday at 5:30 in the afternoon. So then check this out. So they told me he goes, since we have the whole schedule already set, the only times we have is Friday at 4:00 or Sunday at 4:00. And I said, I'll pick Sunday. He goes, you want Sunday? I said, I'll pick Sunday. In my mind, I'm like, Sundays, stay off. You know, I could get more people to come out. And then I remember that I didn't want to call nobody, because you don't want to call nobody when they give you news like that. Because you know, you hear shit in Hollywood and you can't celebrate it until you sign that shit. But I called my homegirl, Jana Lee Ortiz, right? She's on that show, Station 19. Okay. And I told her, I was like, Jana, bro, they offered me the special. I'm going to record it on Sunday. And she goes, Sunday is Easter. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I completely forgot. It was Holy Week, bro. So then I went back to him. I said, yo, I pick Friday. And I picked Friday, bro. So I found out Wednesday. I didn't get the contract. I got the contract Thursday night, Wednesday night, really late at night. My lawyer's back in New York, so I had to wait for her to get up. And then we were back and forth with the contract all day Thursday. And I signed the contract Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 24 hours before I was set to record it, bro.
Damn.
If you see the special, bro, people go, yo, I like your outfit. I was like, I own all that fucking clothes, dude. I didn't even have time to go buy clothes because I didn't really want to promote it so hard into the contract. I learned, bro. I'm like, into the contract is signed. So once the contract was signed, I was like, okay, now. And I still got a nice little turnout. I got a nice turn for 4 o'clock on a Friday, bro. On Holy Friday. Yo, dude, and I went and I did it, bro. With no hesitation. I did an hour and 12 minutes.
And we're gonna clip this to when that drops. And we're gonna drop it that day.
Yeah, man.
This is gonna be powerful. You manifested that shit, bro.
Big time.
Sometimes I do that a lot. I just say shit to myself or maybe to him, and he'd be like, "This was crazy." I say it's gonna happen, and then it happens, and he's like, "Fuck." But
I think our mind is very powerful, bro.
Yes,
and sometimes we could let that shit get in our head, negativity, negative, and all this bullshit. But when you say it, dude, you know the pleasure that I got that day, bro. And even driving to the theater that day, right? My boy calls me up, and he's working the event. And he calls me up, and he's like, "Damn, bro, this is bullshit." And I'm like, "What happened, bro?" He goes, "Nah, this is bullshit, bro. I don't understand why you not doing this, bro." And I'm like, "Yo, thank you, bro. Relax." "Nah, bro, that's bullshit. You should be doing this, bull." Like, and I'm like, "Yo," and then I realized that sometimes we have people in our sides that look out for you and defend you and fight for you, but you got to pick those battles. If I would have let him take me over that day, I could have been like, "Yeah, you know what? This is bullshit." And I could have gone in there with a whole different mentality, a whole different attitude, And I remember telling him, I said, "Yo, bro, thank you. Thank you for defending me. Thank you for fighting on my behalf. But yo, I know my lane, bro. I'm in my lane. Good things are coming, bro. When it's my turn, it's my turn." And that same day, I got it, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's a crazy story. So when I start promoting it, people hear about it. So I know comics, like I don't know how long Jose had to practice his, but I knew a lot of them had like 6 months, bro, at least to work it out, to work the material out, from club to club, because that's how comics work the special. Every show, it's every night, they work in clubs, working that special. I didn't have none of that, bro. I didn't even have, when I signed the contract, the whole plan was, actually, I'm going to go to the mall and go get some clothes, and then I'm going to go to the Haha and tell Terry, "Look, Terry, I'm taping tomorrow. Can I do a half hour, at least a half hour?" That was my plan that Thursday night before. I went to the mall. I didn't find shit. I never find nothing that I like at malls. And I remember after that, I was with my girl and the kids, and I was like, "You know what?" I said, we went to eat. I didn't go to the Haha. I went home. I picked up a couple of outfits. I said, "Babe, what you think this looks?" Yeah. And yeah, bro. And so I was supposed to go by the theater to see the setup for the stage. Right? Everybody had a different backdrop. Everybody had a different setup for their special, right? And I remember when he told me if I could do the special, and if I could do it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah." We were walking downstairs, and they were breaking down the girl's set. So they lift up the curtain, and then the theater, El Portal in North Hollywood, has a cement wall. And I remember saying, I said it out loud. I was like, "Man, that fucking wall looks hot." I said it. I said that wall looks hot. So I didn't get a chance to go to the theater to talk about what my backdrop was what it was gonna be like. And then the day I get there, I walk in. They take me upstairs for a run through, and when I walk out on stage, I see the wall, and they dressed it up with red, And I was like, "Damn, this shit looks hot." And the guy's like, "You like it?" He goes, I said, "This is my set," and he goes, "Yeah." I say, "Fuck yeah!" It was like I called it out, bro. I called it out. I was like, "Yo, this is amazing, bro."
And that's fucking amazing.
Look at the girl. The girl came up to me. It was 4 o'clock. At 3:15, the girl comes up to me and she was like, "Do you want the notes for the teleprompter?" Because they had a teleprompter, right? So I was like, "I don't really, I was like, I'll give you some bullet points." She goes, "Yeah, you could email them to me." And she goes, "You ready?" And I'm like, "No, hold on, let me write them." And the girl was like, "You're writing them now?" And I was like, I was like right there, bro, typing it right there. I was like, boom, 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 boom. And she was like, this is it. And then she showed me somebody else's teleprompter, you know, and she was like, look. She was scrolling, bro. So I see when you see that, then you're not connecting with the people because you're reading. You're going off that screen, you know? I was like, she couldn't believe it, bro. She could not believe it.
And you went in and you fucking killed it.
An hour and 12 minutes straight, bro. Then I had to bring it down to under an hour.
Damn, we're going to have
coming,
to
yo.
fucking...
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, yo. Follow me, yo. I need 250 followers to get to 10K, yo. I need to get to 10K. I'm tired of losing followers and knowing about it, bro.
After this episode, we're going to get to the 10K.
Let's go.
Boom.
Let's go. True hustle, baby.
My brother, thank you so much for stopping by.
Man, thank you, bro.
I mean... I can't wait for that special. That story just kind of fucking just sealed this whole episode.
And not only that, I want people to understand because everybody sees me messing around with the crowd so much. And it's fun, bro, and it's a great time. But I want people to see, like, this motherfucker does do comedy too, bro. You know, like I threw everything in there. I was like, I threw all that shit in there.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So it's going to be dope.
And we're going to go check you out on the 9th.
You heard it. Get your tickets, yo. Edgar Rivera Comedy, yo. February 9th. Flappers.
Let's go, baby. And we out.
Peace.
Boom.